Okay. What's going on? Today is Tuesday, October 5th. We got a man from Design to Perfection. Yo, actually, the man, introduce yourself.
Hey guys, I'm Ed from Design to Perfection Clothing. How are you doing today on this beautiful, rainy, cloudy day in Harlem,
It's
NYC?
it's not that great outside, but
It's
hey,
not very nice.
so how long has your company been going?
We started, myself and my partner Eric started the company in December of
Okay.
2009,
All
and
right.
we actually put our first line out in February this year. And we've really just been running it since then and kind of seeing who's picking it up.
Okay.
We were lucky enough to meet up with you guys and put the collaboration tee out, which is sitting right over there near our good friend Carl.
Okay.
And we've just kind of been running since then.
All
So
right.
it's
All right.
pretty young. We're still pretty young.
Highlight the success so far.
How to highlight it?
I mean, how do you like the success
How do
so
I
far,
like
man?
it? How do I like it?
Yeah.
I would say it's modest success. I feel like you don't always get paid in money.
Okay.
There's a lot of other payouts in life. What is it? Wealth is of the heart,
Yeah,
right?
'cause
Not of the wallet.
yeah, whatever you put
But it's
out,
been
that's more of
going
a
really
success,
well.
you know.
Yeah, we put out hoodies, tees. We're looking to do a skate deck early next year.
Okay.
The collab shirt here has been doing really well, and the reception for that on the online community has been really good.
Okay.
We're putting out a toy called Kid Shukuteki.
Okay.
It's actually available now in select stores and also on our website.
All right.
And we've just been kind of running at it full speed, getting new product out. When you're young and you're new, you really need product, or else nobody has anything to identify with you. So we've just really been trying to get new stuff out and really see who it resonates with and who responds positively to it.
Who do you hope your main focus to be, if anything?
Yeah, that's a very good question. I think we're really trying to find people who the art speaks to, which is tricky. I mean, I think that the main audience for us has really been kind of the skate, BMX, and streetwear community. Those things have all kind of been reappropriated over and over, and they've sort of blended in a lot of ways that consumers who just were buying fitteds before or just were buying skate shoes before are kind of starting to dabble in other sections. So,
All right.
our art kind of, a lot of our references like Eastern cinema, like a lot of Kurosawa and that kind of stuff.
All right.
And then maybe almost a little bit of like samurai's Western culture.
So you like that whole Western culture, Asian action, huh?
Yeah, like the Seven Samurai on, Magnificent Seven parallels, like that kind of stuff. Like we're pretty big on that, like the Tom Ford, Clint Eastwood, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
That's kind of a reference we're drawing from,
Mhm.
just because I feel like there's not really a whole lot of this stuff out right now.
All right.
And we're kind of trying to borrow that and reapply it to like kind of a modern street context.
Okay. So what's your strongest pieces at the moment
I
from
think
your
our
line?
strongest piece right now is probably we did a Clockwork Samurai shirt, like taking Clockwork Orange with sort of like a samurai shogun kind of character and blending the two.
Okay.
Kind of did it as like a kind of bright orange color as
Okay.
a summer release.
Okay.
That just like flew. I don't think I even have any left. Like I have two for myself, and I think that's pretty much it. That was really, really popular. It's hard to predict what's going to work because everybody's kind of got their own eye when they're looking at clothes.
Okay.
Like different people sort of are going to apply that shirt or that art into their own wardrobe, their own lifestyle, and how someone else interprets something might be very different from how I interpret it.
All right.
So it's really hard to tell. We just try to keep our stuff varied enough.
Okay.
We only put out a few pieces this season, right? But try to kind of keep it varied enough that it's kind of got a little bit that if you don't like that, hopefully you'll like this.
Okay.
This is one of the new hoodies we just put out, so I'm
See
wearing
that?
this,
Okay.
not to advertise our own product too much.
Okay.
But some of our stuff's very simplified. Where
Okay.
this, which is really like just a calligraphy font,
Uh-huh.
or some of our stuff is like a 12 color screen print T-shirt. So we really
Okay.
try to offer like a bigger variety of product.
All right. For to set yourself from the rest from the other brands that's out there, what puts you on point?
What puts us on point? I think that we're just so dedicated to what we're doing. I think you really have to find something that you're passionate about, you really believe in. I think it's really easy. Someone asked me like, why don't you just go do it for someone else?
Mhm.
And the problem for me is like, there was no brand that really was. If I had to pick a brand to 100% represent what I'm trying to say
Mhm.
or the message I want to deliver, it's hard. So it's hard to really pick one from someone else's,
Okay.
work. So what sets us apart, I think, is anybody could do this.
Okay.
I think it's that when the marginal effort of actually making it work, the driving around New Jersey, PA, New York, and Delaware, dropping off T-shirts at every shop and
Okay.
boxing stuff up and sending it out to some guy in Idaho who bought one, like that extra effort to make sure that everything's delivered, everything's executed properly, and it's like cliche, but like the 4 a.m. nights,
Mhm.
it's a lot easier to just work a 9 to 5 and say 5 p.m. I'm done, goodbye. This lifestyle, places like Vault, companies like us, I mean, to really be successful, you have to dedicate all your time to it. And not that we're necessarily the only people doing that, but I think the difference between the shops and the brands that we're impressed with and that we're trying to, kind of, replicate in a way are the ones where you meet the owner and it's like this guy just lives and breathes his company.
Okay.
So we're kind of trying to do our best. I don't know how well we're doing at that, but we're trying to be that kind of company.
All right. What's the best advice you could ever give to like young designers who actually get in this field?
That's an interesting question. I mean, I think the best advice I would give, honestly, is like get feedback on your work. I think a lot of people will run a product to production and not even really have a clear sense of how it's going to be received. Really make sure to ask tough critics and ask educated critics for feedback, and kind of make sure to take that time before you make a product, because the worst thing is to make a product and then have it bomb, and then you're going to take it really personally because you have no choice you can't do anything with it.
All right.
But if you're at a concept phase and you still have the raw art in your hand, I mean, make sure that you're putting that in front of people, because it's going to save you a lot of pain later on. And then the other thing I'd say is, if you're going to do it, do it right. Like, print it on good material. Put custom fabric tags in the shirt. Like, this is your life's work, right? Like, you're trying to tell your story through your product. Like, this is who you are. Do you really want it to be printed on like 5-cent Hanes beefy tees with like the little Hanes tag in it? Like, is that who you are?
Mm-hmm.
And like, if that's what you want to put out there to the world, that's how the world's going to see you.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of make sure that if people always say like 110%, give 110%. I mean, your product should speak 110% without you having to even sell it. You know what I mean? Like, it should kind of sell itself. So I think there's a lot of really good talent out there, a lot of really good artwork out there. I think the question is, why don't all those people get to the end product executed so beautifully?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of little steps in the middle. Hopefully, those are 2 pieces of advice. Get lots of feedback on the concept process.
Okay.
And print it the right way. Don't cheap out. You know what I mean? When you come in here, are you gonna buy you can go down the street and buy shirts for $3, but do you really want to be wearing those? Like, do it the right way. If you want to be in a place like this, if you aspire to be in your favorite skate shop, your favorite fitted shop, whatever, like, make sure that you give them a product that they would be proud to put on their shelf. Because that's gonna reflect on you as an artist. So.
That's definitely
Hope
great.
That helps.
That's definitely great advice right there. Great advice. Any shout outs before we leave?
I'd like to give a quick shout to Eric Jacobus, who does our artwork, my business colleague, unfortunately, who is right now working on product so that we'll have stuff to bring. Shout out to Mike from Yume, to Wayne Yosiri from Vault, Carl, yourself, for giving us the chance to work with you guys. Shout out to all our shops, all our fans, everybody who's actually giving our stuff a chance and giving it a look. And October 17th, we are heading Design to Perfections, going to Japan for a few weeks. So we will be sending you lots of beautiful content, pictures, insane stuff going on, and keep a look on our website, blog.d2perfection.com. Starting October 17th, we'll be there for a while, doing some events with Rocksmith, with Yume. It's going to be pretty insane. So thank you very much, World. Thank you, whoever's up there. Thank you, World. Thank you, Vault. Thanks. Have a good one.
All right, man. That's us around. It's John around here. Vault.
Thanks very much.
Have a good day.
Have a good day,
Peace.
guys. Take care.